We had spent 13 whole days exploring Belize. We hiked trails, swam in pools, ate fruit,
Yum.
fixed up the Joan, and relaxed like we do. We were feeling ready to move on to our next country. Plus, the primary language in Belize is English, and although it made it easy to get around and find car parts and such, it was really getting in the way of our nascent Spanish fluency. We almost entered Guatemala via what we think were probably smugglers' back roads. The road was looking too untrodden to be the road to a busy border crossing. Google Maps knows that border crossings can be quite expensive, and I had inadvertently left the filter on to avoid tolls. We think this might be why we were headed out in such a strange direction. Scott turned us around, and once we arrived at the border, we navigated between Belize and Guatemala with very limited difficulty. Once we were in Guatemala proper, our first stop was at the border town of Melchor de Mencos, and we just wanted to catch a bunch of provisions, as border crossings usually lead to us getting rid of all of our perishables. Once we gathered what we needed, we headed off to our first camping destination in Guatemala, which was at the archaeological site of Yaxha. Yaxha is Mayan for agua verde, which is Spanish for green water, which refers to the lovely lake which the ruins are adjacent to. So we had visions of exploring the ruins.
Here we are at Yaxha.
And cooling off in the lake and enjoying our campsite. And some of that happened, but definitely no lake time because crocodiles. Vicious crocodiles. So our refreshment came in the form of lovely pallet showers, complete with an audience of monkeys.
Many of the pyramids here had yet to be excavated.
It's kind of neat. There's one under those trees and bushes. And there's one under those trees and bushes.
And there's one under those trees and bushes. And there's one under those trees and bushes.
And then there's more stuff ahead.
Rachael sees a bat.
Caught between fascination and fear of rabies, it's unclear whether I will ever stop taking underwhelming photos of bats.
Máximo 20 personas. That's cool. We were feeling pretty blessed to have the entirety of the ruins to ourselves. When we were driving in, we passed multiple buses full of screaming children heading the opposite direction. So if we'd been here one day sooner, our pictures might have been a little bit more populated. We thought maybe we'd be able to catch sight of the Joan parked next to the lake out there, but I think the trees were a little too thick for that.
It's a frond of palpable proportion.
After we finished exploring Yaxha, we headed about 12 kilometers further into the jungle to visit the archaeological site of Nakum. This site has been more thoroughly excavated. Eventually, our lonely bubble of solitude was burst. We came across 2 other people touring the ruins. Thankfully, I don't think they saw us.
They're everywhere.
That's us, sneaking up on the bats again. We opted not to camp out at Nakum. Instead, we headed on down the road towards our next destination. This would complete our trifecta of Guatemalan ruins at Tikal. Tikal is accessed via a long road with a low speed limit. They control this not with patrols, but by giving you a time-stamped ticket when you start the drive and checking your time when you arrive at the ruin site. And if you make it too fast, they give you a ticket. This is a ceiba tree, and we have fallen in love with it. The ceiba is the national tree of Guatemala. What do you think of that opening?
I don't know. Dare me to go inside?
Double dog dare ya. Pretty sure we're never going to get tired of stalking the monkeys. Yup, spotted another bat.
Stick it.
This guy is called Montezuma's Ora Pendola. He makes a little crackly sound and then hangs upside down and does this warbly thing, and it's super cool. I'd like to introduce you to the ocellated turkey. He's so ugly, he's beautiful. And whoo-wee, can he dance? What better way to wrap up a day at the ruins than a snake sighting? This guy here is called a chicken snake. He's beautiful and harmless. Although at the time we came across him, we didn't know about the harmless part, so we gave him an extra wide berth.